This is Dr. Ray Prado. Thank you for joining me as we read another story from Accessible Emotional Intelligence. Today's story is called Breaking the Mold, Embracing Emotional Expression. Ricardo lived a life shrouded in silence. As a man raised in a society that had prescribed stoicism and emotional restraint, he had learned to suppress his feelings, believing that vulnerability was a sign of weakness. However, as the weight of unexpressed emotions grew heavier, Ricardo yearned for a change, a way to break free from the confines of societal norms and embrace his true emotional self. One day, Ricardo found himself at a crossroads. He had been invited to a feedback session at work where he would receive an evaluation from his colleagues. Anxious and aware of his tendency to suppress emotions, Ricardo realized that this was an opportunity to challenge his deep-rooted beliefs and embark on a journey of emotional growth. With both trepidation and determination, Ricardo started exploring the world of emotional intelligence. He devoured books, attended workshops, and sought guidance from therapists who specialized in helping men break free from the constraints of toxic masculinity. Ricardo discovered that emotional expression was not a sign of weakness, but rather a strength, a gateway to deeper connections and personal growth. As the feedback session at work approached, Ricardo prepared himself mentally and emotionally. He acknowledged his fears and his insecurities, understanding that vulnerability was a necessary ingredient for authentic connection. Armed with newfound knowledge, he set out to challenge the societal norms that had held him back for so long. During the feedback session, Ricardo took a deep breath and decided to be honest with himself and his colleagues. He acknowledged his fear of being judged and his history of suppressing emotions. With a trembling voice, he shared his genuine desire to improve and grow, emphasizing his commitment to creating a healthier work environment both for himself and for his colleagues. Much to his surprise, instead of judgment, Ricardo found understanding as well as support. His colleagues appreciated his openness and vulnerability, and they shared their own struggles with emotional expression. Together, they embarked on a journey of fostering emotional intelligence in the workplace. Outside of work, Ricardo continued his personal growth. He confronted moments of emotional discomfort head-on, challenging himself to express his feelings authentically. Whether it was sharing his joys, frustrations, or vulnerabilities, Ricardo embraced the full spectrum of his emotions. In his relationships, Ricardo prioritized open communication and active listening. He practiced empathy, striving to understand the emotions and perspectives of those around him. Through these efforts, he formed deeper connections and built a support network that embraced emotional expression and vulnerability. As time went on, Ricardo noticed the positive impact of his transformation. His relationships flourished, both personally and professionally. He became an advocate for emotional intelligence, encouraging other men to challenge societal norms and embrace their emotions fully. Ricardo's story serves as an emotional intelligence primer, illustrating the transformative power of challenging societal norms to express emotions authentically. By stepping outside of the confines of toxic masculinity, individuals can foster healthier relationships, communicate more effectively, and create a more inclusive and emotionally supportive environment. In a world that often pressures men to suppress their emotions, Ricardo's journey is a reminder that emotional expression is a fundamental human need. By breaking free from societal expectations and embracing vulnerability, individuals like Ricardo can pave the way for a more emotionally intelligent and compassionate society. Ricardo's story inspires others to challenge deeply ingrained beliefs and discover the power of emotional expression. It exemplifies the importance of self-awareness, empathy, and breaking free from societal norms to create meaningful connections and foster emotional growth. Through Ricardo's courage and determination, he becomes an agent of change, reshaping the narrative around masculinity and emotional intelligence. His story echoes the sentiment that true strength lies not in emotional suppression, but in the ability to authentically express and connect with one's emotions. For this story and more, please refer to Accessible Emotional Intelligence for Personal Emotional Growth and Challenges by Garry Brewer Jr. For more information about myself, please feel welcome to visit Pradoic.com. That's Pradoic.com or Pradoic.info for more information.